Welcome to the shortest project management course ever. In this video, we will explore each phase of the project management process, methodologies, and tools, providing you with the knowledge and strategies needed to excel quickly. A project is a set of tasks that must be completed in a given timeline to achieve a set of goals. The project is carried out by a team led by a project manager who oversees the schedules, progress, budget, and other relevant aspects. Project management is the science of bringing a project from conception to completion in an organized manner. Essentially, it's about getting things done efficiently and effectively. Regardless of the project management methodology you apply, you should always keep the triple constraint in mind. It consists of budget, time, and scope. Projects should have the goal of being carried out within budget, in due time, and meet the established scope. The triple constraint is usually represented in a triangle with the three corners budget, time, and scope being dependent on each other. Let's take the example of a stadium for the Olympic Games. The due time is of extreme importance and cannot be delayed. In that case, the budget can be adjusted to ensure finishing the project in due time, meaning that more money might need to be spent. Alternatively, the scope can be changed to ensure the completion in due time. For example, the construction of the parking lot of the stadium could be overlooked in order to ensure the construction of the stadium itself. The project lifecycle is divided into 5 phases: initiation, planning, execution, controlling, and closing. The initiation phase is where every successful project begins. It's all about laying the groundwork and defining the project's purpose and objectives. This phase is often overlooked, but it is crucial for setting the stage for what's next. During initiation, your primary goal is to gain a clear understanding of what the project entails and what you hope to achieve. This involves conducting thorough research, market research to establish feasibility and to identify key competitors, and identifying stakeholders, clients, suppliers, outsourced service providers, that will need to be managed throughout the project execution. With a clear understanding of your project's objectives, it's time to roll up your sleeve and dive into the planning phase. Planning is where you transform your vision into a concrete plan of action, outlining the steps you take to achieve your goals. It involves developing a detailed project roadmap that outlines the scope, schedule, budget, and resources necessary to complete the project, as well as key performance indicators or KPIs, the criteria used to measure performance. Key components of the planning phase include creating a work breakdown structure, or WBS, to break the project down into manageable tasks, defining project milestones to track progress, and estimating resource requirements to ensure that you have the necessary resource to complete the project on time and within budget. With your plan in hand, it's time to put it into action. The execution phase is where you bring your project to life, coordinating resources and collaborating with your team to deliver results. Execution is all about implementing your project plan and managing resources effectively. This phase requires strong leadership, communication, and coordination to ensure that everyone is working towards the same goal. Leave a like if you ever thought that your team needs more coordination. Key activities in the execution phase include assigning tasks to team members, monitoring progress to ensure that the project stays on track, and resolving any issues or conflicts that arise along the way. By staying proactive and adaptable, you can overcome obstacles and keep your project moving forward. As your project progresses, it is essential to keep a close eye on its performance and make necessary adjustments along the way. Parallel to the execution, the controlling or monitoring phase ensures that your project stays on course and meets its objectives. Monitoring involves tracking progress, identifying risks, and making informed decisions to keep your project on track. This phase requires continuous oversight and proactive management to ensure that any issues are addressed promptly. Key processes during the control phase include tracking KPIs to measure progress, keeping stakeholders informed, and managing any issues that arise. By staying vigilant and responsive, you can keep your project on track and ensure that it achieves its objectives. The software you see in the background is Kanbanchi. If you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend it for organizing and managing tasks efficiently. Click the link in the description box to get 40% off of your first purchase and enhance your productivity today. As your project nears completion, it is time to wrap things up and celebrate your achievements. The closing phase ensures that your project concludes smoothly and that valuable lessons are captured for future endeavors. Closing your project effectively involves formalizing deliverables, obtaining shareholder approval, and conducting a post-project review to identify lessons learned and areas for improvement. Just like there's no universal solutions for every problem, for project management too, there are different methodologies, each with its strengths and weaknesses. Let's take a look at some of the most popular ones. First up, we have waterfall. Waterfall is a more traditional approach where each phase of the project flows sequentially from one to the next, like a waterfall. While it's less flexible than agile, waterfall can be beneficial for projects with well-defined requirements and a clear path forward. Next, we have agile. The agile methodology for software development is all about flexibility and adaptability, and it welcomes changes in project requirements at any stage of the project process. It breaks the project down into small, manageable chunks called iterations, allowing teams to respond quickly to changes and deliver value incrementally. Then, there's Scrum. Scrum is a subset of Agile that focuses on collaboration, transparency, and iterative development. It's characterized by short, time-box iterations called sprints, where teams work together. Moving on to the Kanban framework. Kanban is all about visualizing workflow and limiting work in progress. Usually using columns named to do, doing, and done, the Kanban board is used to track tasks as they move through different stages, providing a clear visual representation of work and enabling teams to optimize their workflow. Kanban is a great tool that can be employed alongside different project management methodologies. And last but not least, we have Lean. Lean is all about eliminating waste and maximizing value. It focuses on delivering value to the customer while minimizing resources, time, and effort. Lean principles can be applied to any project management methodology to streamline processes and increase efficiency. As a project manager, it's essential to understand the strengths and weaknesses of each methodology and choose the one that best fits the needs of your project and team. Before we move to the next step of this comprehensive guide to project management, comment down below which is your favorite methodology. Remember that project management is all about finding what works best for you and your team. No one methodology is perfect for all teams and industries. Remember, project management is not just about reaching the finish line. It's about the journey and the lessons learned along the way. Thank you for joining us on this transformative adventure and subscribe for more great content. By the way, if you want project management software that is as easy to use as it is robust, you should try Kanbanchi. It integrates perfectly with Google Workspace.